Hello! I'm trying to get Instagram to work again. They're just the endlessly naughty... the endlessly naughty... Nope, it's not working. Ah! Let's imagine it to work. It's still saying it's broadcasting. Oh well. It's not gonna work today, Instagram. Sorry about your luck. Yeah. It's so... I say it every time, but it worked... it's worked before with no changes, and then all of a sudden it doesn't work, and then the next week it'll work, and so you would think, because Restream can do... Facebook and YouTube, that because Facebook is owned by Meta and Instagram is Meta, that they'd be able to work together. But they can't. So, all the cool people are here anyways. It's all good. Let me check my chat. We got people. Good morning, Brenda. Hopefully your move and all the acreage prep stuff's going well. That's got to be a lot. At least the weather's holding up. No snow. That helps, I'm sure. We have Julie. Good morning, Julie. How's it going? Cindy, good morning. Sally, good morning. Lisa, good morning. And Marcia, good morning. So I'm a little late in getting going. I was trying to get some stuff together. I have a peek for you guys. That'll be a medallion that will be in the, if nothing goes crazy wrong, in the fall sale that we'll be doing in October. So that'll be really cool. Oh, good morning, Amy. Yeah, so I'll have a peek of that in a little bit here. I think it's really cool. Hopefully you guys do too. I also have one that's kicking around in my head, but I don't know if it wants to be a Medallion Club medallion, because I think it would make a really cute next piece in the Medallion Club line, or if it wants to be in the sale. It's a breed that has opinions. So, who knows? I do have a couple of stickers that I got in the mail. I have the Breyer... Thought I heard a thingy go off. I have the Breyer Halloween stuff. No progress yet on these guys. I was taking care of some biter orders, so Queen Snapper is on the way. I need to update the website, but working on those ones, and there's a couple sagas going out, which is exciting. Brenda, I believe yours is one of those, which is also very exciting. Good morning, Andrea. You might be having problems because anything that posts on Instagram is also posted to Facebook, so the crossover might be messing it up. It shouldn't be, but they're constantly changing how you have to do it through Restream, because you have to use an RTMP weird thing. I don't even understand. All I know is that it's called an RTMP something or other, and it's a separate link to get it through there, but it shouldn't be automatically posting to both. But who knows, maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Good morning, Teresa. And I will put your print, Brenda, in with the saga too. So, all right. What do we got? My brain is not in my head. I was out. So I've been doing some pressure canning kind of as I've been working. And so we've got some canned meals with meat and stuff. So there's spaghetti with meat sauce, which is really cool. I just did chicken pot pie, so it's all pressure canned. So you have to have it under pressure to kill all the stuff. But then it's a shelf stable, just heat it up super quick meal, which is really nice when I'm busy working. Works really well during like Breyer Fest season or say the sale that's coming up when I won't have the brain cells to be able to make food or the energy level. It'll be pretty crazy, I think. And then just trying to get all the stuff done. And it's nice to have like little things that are easy, that are healthy, so that you're not skipping the dishes or door dashing, or I don't know if you guys have skipped the dishes in the States the same way that we have it here. But I know that DoorDash is a thing more so, or Uber Eats or whatever. So grabbing fast food, which is bad. This way I know what's in it. It's all fresh stuff, which is good. Some of it's from the garden. The garden had like 5.5 pounds of carrots that I harvested yesterday, and then 3 pounds of beets, and there's a big pumpkin that just took over everything that I pulled up. The pumpkin was like, ha 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 ha, this is mine. So there's 3 pumpkins on it. I killed the 4th one accidentally by trying to put straw underneath it to protect it. It popped it off, so I did not protect the pumpkin. But there's still a whole bunch of stuff out there. My tomatoes haven't ripened yet, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I've been enjoying the pressure canning thing. I actually ended up getting a second pressure canner because it's a forever wait to do them. So I'm really excited. I think it'll be really tasty. And I did paprika chicken, which was amazing. And every time you make these things, the house just smells so good. It's like when you make cookies. It's just, the house smells like cookies. And I find it endlessly fascinating. There's like a deep internal rewarding thing when you're doing these ground root or grassrootsy foundational to our existence things like knitting and spinning or gardening or creating arts kind of in the same lines, any sort of food preparation or preserving. There's a very like internally rewarding thing. Your brain's like, this is a good thing to do. I don't know. I can't explain it, but I think it's really neat. And it's really yummy, so I can't complain. Laura Rocksmith, hi. She says, wait, you have brain cells? No fair. I have no idea. Julie's saying they make it almost impossible to post stuff. Yes, they do. So hard. No DoorDash where I live, says Marcia. It's not in every area. It depends on where you are, I guess. And which country. It's different everywhere. But any sort of food ordering, even if it's just delivery from your favorite restaurant. I was really bad during Breyer Fest the one year, and it ended up being just, I don't even know how much I spent on food delivered, but we were either going to eat all frozen pizza or like pizza pops, or we were going to have kind of sort of real food, but it was fast food. So this way, there's at least something that's so easy that I can't really even start to complain about it. So yeah, we're in the process of doing all that, and that's always good. I am working on stuff for the sale and getting all that sorted out. I have to still inventory all of our leftovers from last year, but those will show up in the sale at a discounted rate for whatever was left over. There's pins, there's keychains, there's the bags. The bags, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to discount them, the holographic crazy ones. What had happened last time is that I hadn't figured in how much extra was going to cost in shipping because they're so big. So it ended up costing more in shipping and the cost of the product than I actually made. So I was like, every time it was like giving them away for free almost. Which I know doesn't seem like free for you guys when you pay money, but it's all the money and the cost of the shipping, and then there's nothing left. So I got to get better with balancing that out. Hopefully being more on top of all the accounting stuff, kind of more on a month-to-month basis, which I should be doing anyways, but artists aren't very good at that, or at least I'm not. I'll be able to track what's making money and what's not making money, and go from there, because that's an important part of the equation, is making sure that there's a little bit left on the table for me at the end of the day. So yeah, I will show the peak at the end, because my brain keeps saying, show them the thing! But I have other things I wanted to show you first. So, Breyer had their awesome, and I couldn't resist. Breyer had their awesome Halloween sale, and I was like, I will be safe. I will be safe. I was not safe. So I had to get Skelly from last year because I regretted not getting him, but I don't have the Draco. I don't know why. He just wasn't really speaking to me the same way. This one reminds me of like Jack Skellington meets Beetlejuice. Well, and the tag kind of looks like Jack. This thing is so cool. Slither with the color shift. So it almost goes copper purpley, and then it is reactive to UV light. Because I'm going to just put it right in my eyeballs. But you can see it actually light up even on the screen here as I put it on there. You can see how it's got that like glowy blue. Tail does it too. It's pretty neat. It actually glows green, but the camera's picking it up as blue. So super, super cool. I know a lot of people are really snaky, but he's also quaggy, which is awesome. And I apparently like this mold as decos because I have the Fire Orange Unicorn, I have High Tide, which is the blue clearware, and now this guy. So it's been hard to sell me on the horse-colored ones, but the deco ones, love it. I can't wait for more of them to come out. And then I have 2 club accounts, so I was hoping to get Apparition out of the blind bags. And I think most people wanted Apparition. So I opened them up, and the first one I picked out was our Candy Corn Cornelius, who has the best expression ever. Let's see if he'll pick it up. Like he's like, cheese! It's like the Rick rolled of the Breyer hobby. But he's so cute and weird that he might have to stay. I ended up getting Nevermore, who's probably going to go look for a new place to live. So if you're in the market for a Nevermore, let me know. Just not really my thing. I have to kind of get picky. I'm probably in the sale going to put up some of my Breyers and Resins and Medallions by other artists. As well as some of my stuff, obviously. Just to clear some space and like, because I know more's coming. Breyer's going to be like, here's more Fire Hearts. And I'll be like, oh my god, my brain. This one did have a unfortunate incident. I was trying to correct its little ear, because the ear tips sometimes go all wonky. And I ended up maybe lighting the ear on fire a little bit. Oops. So I ended up having to repaint both ears and the top of the head, but you can't tell. It's matched pretty darn close. This is the skills of an artist, so it's not like, oh, oops, well, that's garbage now. At least I can kind of sort of fix it, so that's good. So if you, I'm going to obviously list it saying that there's a repair on it. It has little cute purple feet and some purple interference-y colors to it, but that one's cute. And then I have a Django conga problem that happened accidentally, along with the Little Fjord and Darwin. Those are my conga problems. Well, other than Fireheart, because there's obvious, problems. So, the Django conga is the biggest of all of them, other than the Huck conga. But Apparition was a requirement. So you can see the glowy. So cool. And this one does glow blue, I believe. I haven't taken him in the dark yet, but he's super cool. I actually really liked the original Apparition. I just was like, oh, but it's so big, and I only have so much space. Well, this is, you guys understand, this is a common thing. But yeah, super excited. And he's kind of got like little panda eyeballs, which is cute. A little ghost butt. I don't know. Django, I have problems. Hopefully we get into like Josine traditional. That would be really fun. I would be really excited. Well, other than the ponies. I mean, like her traditional standing Frisian, or I guess Mindy did the Andalusian, so maybe there'd be another breed that she could do. But yeah, More. We need more. Mercy is saying, I love anything on Malik. Laura, don't like snakes. Pat had to have him. I quite like snakes, so it's a thing. Sally says she got Drigo. He is very cute. I have Frankie and Strudel, and like I've got a little like mini horde of plushes, and I'm trying to contain it. So I'm like, there has to be rules. You have to really love it. So I waited on Skelly last year, being like, no, I don't need it, and then I regretted it, and that was my signal to myself that maybe I should go save one. Nah. And then they put him back in the sale, so that worked out good. I did get... I will save the code since you're not supposed to see that unless you're in the club thing. I'm getting these a little bit later because I am in Canada. It takes like 3 weeks to get letter mail in Canada. So I got my Paint Pony Studios Vortex weekly Winnie update. So he was a hero and now he's... So it's kind of like Harvey Dent in a way. I was good, now I'm bad. Criollo, or Criollo, or however your brain says it in Spanish, because my brain can't think right now. I really, really like this guy, and I don't know, because I haven't been paying attention. She's had swag for all of these guys posted on her website, and so this is Paint Pony Studios, and... the swag has been amazing. So there's like hoodies and phone cases and all sorts of cool stuff. There's rewards points on the website if you buy stuff, which is a horrible, incentive to buy stuff. Oh, you could buy more stickers because there's Halloween stickers and I need the Halloween stickers. Why? Why is this a thing? This is how you guys feel. So I get it. You're like, this is no different for us. You just do it to us. So yeah, that's a thing. I'm going to check and see if the Vortex swag's still there, and then maybe I will have to have a Vortex-y thing, because he's pretty cool. I like it. And then I got a lovely, lovely package. I have a very, very lovely custom coming, and you guys might have seen it. Let me just pull it up here. So, The Enchanted Pony on Facebook. We have a fiery thing coming. So this might be a fiery Fireheart butt, which is going to be really hard to see. As soon as I saw her lava inks, there was a Andalusian, and I lost it. I was like, Fireheart! Because I've always... kind of imagined him as in the colors that Tortuga came in. I think that would be really cool. His name's Fireheart, so really it's not that big of a stretch. And they haven't done clearwear yet, so we'll have to wait because you can't do clearwear on non-clearwear, or like a custom version if there's no clearwear base. So it's a thing. And so I was like, oh my god, the Enchanted Pony! She has awesome stuff. And I need one, so we worked something out, and I managed to sneak a Fireheart in there, and he's going to be lava, and that's super awesome. And then, because she does the awesome electroplated stuff, she was kind enough to send me this boy. So this guy is covered in copper, and he's actually quite substantially heavy. Her electroplated stuff is really, really, really cool. So it is actual metal, and then she's got the patina on top. And he's got bubbles all over him, which I think is really cool. And then there's a moonstone on the back. So he's a little fairy Fireheart. He's really neat. Come on, camera. It's like, I don't know, your face is right there. And he's got roses. He's so cute. But yeah, like, heavy. He's not solid copper, obviously, but he's got enough of a layer of copper on him that he's got some heft to him. Like, you can probably hear that. That's me setting him on the table. And then she sent some awesome little electroplated goodies. So there's Garnet. So Hope Creations is the jewelry end. And so electroplating, it attracts the metal and sticks it onto an area that's like you've got electrical charge going through it, and where the charge is, that's where the metal will stick to. And I don't know a whole bunch about it, But I know it's really cool. There's a local artist that does it, and that local artist I've always admired because it's so organic and neat how the process works, and it's just fascinating. Anything that's weird, geeky science, I'm all over. So, electroformed copper moonstone earrings, which match him. She also sent. And then some crystals. So she's super into crystals, which is really, really fun. And the moonstone's really neat. It's got some magic in it. And I got some crystals. I actually have... this is a quartz crystal from Russia. And it was one of those things... I was in the store and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And when something draws you like that, you almost need to get it, especially if it's something like a crystal, because there's usually good juju attached to it. I would hope it's good juju, not bad juju, but it's really, really neat. And it's different than the quartz you would find in anywhere else on the planet, apparently. So, Russian quartz. Who knew? That was a thing. Let's see. Amy says, first we had fire heart, now we have fire ears. Just catching up on chat. Father passed on snake fear, but I did not pass it on to your kid. Good for you. We actually had an elementary school teacher that the principal was super into snakes, so each classroom had snakes. So you kind of couldn't have fear of snakes. But it was not to traumatize people. They were there to kind of help. Like, these aren't so scary. Look, you can touch it. And it was always dealt with in a very safe way, which was really nice. And it taught a lot of us to not be super scared. Obviously, we were taught about the poisonous varieties and rattlesnakes and things that can hurt you, but that most snakes are cute and adorable and just happy little noodles. So, let's see. Brenda, hope to find an apparition one day. I don't know if they did equal amounts of everybody or how that worked. I haven't seen as many apparitions as I've seen some of the other ones, so it's kind of interesting. Amy, see, here's a lesson that you need to, but all the things when you see it. I'm not understanding. I missed context. It's hard to keep up with chat, then do my rants and stuff. Sally, you don't have any other Breyer plushes other than the last 3 Breyer Fest ones. Missed out on Frankie, but none of the others have spoken to me. Yeah, it's the little stuffy Palomino mare and foal. They look like Fireheart, but stuffy. So that's been hard to resist. I did get the painting pal. I got Strudel. I didn't get the plushie this year. It wasn't really my thing. And again, I have to set rules somewhere. If you start to conga and it becomes too much, it reaches like critical mass, and then you have to keep all going and getting all of them. So I'm trying to avoid that for all of it. Oh, Amy, itching to get a Clearware Fireheart. To mall, I at least still need to get my hands on the traditional. Yeah, they're actually still really hard to get. I think Breyer's site, let me double check. So they do have the Breyer Mojave pin. I'm waiting for something. Oops. I'm waiting for something to come up that I want to buy so that I don't have to pay $35 to ship pins, because that sucks. Yeah, he's still back ordered. It's saying available to ship late September. Popular boy. Yeah, so that's kind of cool, but really hard if you're trying to get a hold of them. They are showing up in retail stores pretty much everywhere now, and tack shops and stuff, so that works. Andrew's saying I have 4 of her copper gypsy Vanner stablemates. Ooh. They're so cool, and her inks are just so pretty. Ah, yeah. Lisa says you have to use special paint, and the copper will form on the areas where the paint is when electroforming. That's cool. Very, very cool. So you could do like an Appaloosa or Pinto, or you probably have to still be able to connect electricity, or does that just go in the water? I don't know how it works. Brenda says, when we lived in BC, there were garden snakes all over our yard. I haven't seen very many snakes in the wild here because it's Alberta and it's prairie and it's not as common. There are rattlesnakes down in like Medicine Hat, but I don't tend to go down there too often. We got married there, but we didn't wander in the snaky areas. So, I've seen a few folks get all apparitions. I've seen a few folks get all of the same. So I was really lucky to get an assortment. But that doesn't always happen. So, yeah. I've seen people get, and usually it's the one that they don't want. So that's the thing. What else do I have to show you guys? I have flowers behind me. There's petunias in my arrow garden. Laura says we got doubles. Yeah, I've seen, and a lot of Canadians got doubles too, and it was doubles of like Cornelius. They didn't necessarily want him as much as they wanted the other ones. I still have that peak. I guess without further ado, I can show you that. I am still working on getting the final touches done on the anniversary medallion, so the people that are waiting for that, hopefully shipping this week or next week. I know it's late, but it's worth it. It's a really, really cool one. And it was worth 5 bajillion feathers. So, yeah, that's the thing. Sally's like, petunias in your hair again? Let's see if I can... Petunias in my arrow garden so I can have flowers in the studio. So this is just a petunia cutting I took from one of my plants outside. It's a wave petunia. And I stuck it in the arrow garden and it is happier than heck. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. You can grow all sorts of flowers in them, so it's kind of nice. I'll plug him back in a bit. And with the little sprout, it's kind of nice. Gives me some living happy in the studio. There's other arrow gardens behind me. Those are strawberries. So those are actually growing, and properly doing strawberries, you have to hand pollinate, but they're tasty, so I can grow strawberries all winter inside. And then what's in the other one? Oh, lettuce and other veggies that I'm starting. I think green beans and romaine lettuce. And then the strawberry one, I have a little cucumber that's starting in there. And then my cucumbers and tomatoes get transplanted into a bigger system that allows for them to actually get big. But I usually try and pick dwarf varieties so that they don't get ridiculous, because the tomato plants I started in here for outside, they started in the arrow gardens and they are giant now. So yeah, like bigger than me. It's not just my head, it's bigger than whole me, and I'm like 5'9". Brenda, have you seen double petunias? Yes. I didn't really know the world of flowers until this year, and then now I'm like, oh my god, look at all the flowers, they're so cool. Then there's all the pretty double varieties and different hybrids of things. So there's like double petunias, there's echinacea that you can get, or coneflowers that have different morphs to them, I guess. I don't know. They're bred for different things. So super, super fun. I was kind of getting into it. I've got a whole bunch of seeds to start next year. I actually saved the seeds from my petunias this year so that I can start them and not have to buy a whole bunch of petunias. So, because I usually put a couple of big barrels outside. So I'll start them in the arrow gardens. So cool. All right. I will show you a peek if you're ready. If you're ready to receive the peeking. So this is kind of a fun hack. This is a melamine covered shelf. We used them for when I did the sculpting workshop, because clay doesn't stick to this permanently and it's not going to wreck it. A lot of times with oil-based clay, you'll have, if you have just wood, it'll seep in. But you can cut them to whatever size you want. This was just a leftover from when we did the workshops, and it works really well for doing medallions on. So do we have any guesses as to the breed? It is a lighter breed. It is a spicy breed. It's not one that I do terribly often, but this is going to give it away right away. Dun, 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 dun. So this is in the alien clay. It's an Arab! What? It's done in the alien clay. And it is super, super fun to work with. I am having some challenges getting used to its particular idiosyncrasies. It doesn't want to always smooth like the monster clay. It's close, so I'm still learning it, but this is my spicy run around, freak out, head going all the way, snarfing Arab that will be available for the fall sale. So I'm excited. And it's kind of got a little bit of a 3D-ness to it. The hair kind of pokes out, which is kind of cool. But the turn was really fun because all I picture is them flinging around on their lead rope when they're doing the show, and they're like, oh, and like legs are going this way, tails that way, heads this way, snarts going that snart, snarf, going that way. Arabian dragon snorts, exactly. So, yeah, should be really, really fun. I'm excited to finish her up and put the hair stuff on her, and then go from there. It's kind of a neat dynamic. I like the push-pull, so that'll be really fun. I actually signed up for it popped up on Facebook, and you guys have probably seen it too. There's a lady doing a $10 art class, and it's $10 US. Let's see if I can find it. What is it called? Paint Week. Welcome to Paint Week by Ali K Studios. So, Ali K Studio. It's all next week, starting on Monday. And so for $10 US, I signed up to try and learn how to paint a little bit looser. I've taken classes before on painting, but this will be a nice little aside. It's like I think an hour a day, not even. And everybody will do their thing, and then we meet up the next day and continue on. And it's acrylics, and it's meant to just be loose. The paintings are really neat. So the first one, that pumpkin is one of them. And then there's, let's see. It's not going to, there we go. So there's a coneflower or echinacea, and I have an echinacea obsession. So that, a color wheel, and then a pumpkin. And everything's very loose, which is kind of what I'm looking for. It's nice to be able to loosen up, and it's really hard to loosen up once you've hyper-focused on being super tight and like all the little details, which is what we do in model horses. So like all the little hairs and all the little details and the little hoof lines and all the little everything. Little tiny eyeballs. So it's nice to kind of loosen up, and this will help keep the juices recharged and flowing so that I'm not like, biters! But those are coming along. So we cast a whole bunch of those, to not enough to finish all of the ones in the edition, but enough for the next couple batches. So I'm going to be working on cleaning those up and shipping those out soon. So we should be progressing faster now. I'd like to be done, well, by the end of this year for sure. But as fast as I can. We're working. All right. Well, with that, hopefully you guys like this lady. She doesn't have a name yet. Snarty dragon pony. It's kind of fun. I like her stretchiness, but she'll be kind of cool. I will get her done for our fall sale, and I'll maybe show you guys some peeks of some new Ponyfest characters for the swag for later, maybe for next stream. So on that note, I will let you guys do your thing, and then maybe I'll show you guys the paintings that I work on next week, because by the end of the week and by Sunday they should all be done. So you guys get to see if I passed or failed at the looseness. I guess I shouldn't say that. That's kind of being hard on myself. You see if I was able to loosen up the way I had hoped. So I like the colors too. It's all bright colors. So it'll be fun. I will see you guys next week, hopefully with more peeks and more updates on next batches for Biter, because that'd be really cool if I was already on to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, Q, R. and then S. But not quite. Well, I probably won't get to S for next time. But I might make it through Q into R. We will see. I'll keep you with that cliffhanger for next week. So on that note, I will let you lovely people go. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I kept it to a minimal time. I even set a visual timer so that I could see how much time I had left, which is super handy when your brain doesn't do the time thing very well. So, yeah. All right. I will see you next time. Hopefully I'll have goodie for you. And then we will see what else we can cause for trouble. All right. Love you guys. See you on the flip side.